Take a slow breath with me. Inhale gently through your nose. Exhale slowly through your mouth. Let your shoulders soften. Let your body arrive. Today, we're not here to debate religion. We're not here to challenge belief. We're here to notice something subtle, something gentle, something that once held humanity in peace. Because across nearly every ancient spiritual tradition, there existed a presence that made creation feel safe. A presence of nurturing, of wisdom, of embodiment, of calm, often called the Divine Mother. And slowly, quietly, her role was softened, not violently, not publicly, but intentionally. One home. Creation itself requires a womb. Nothing living comes into form without being held first. Before growth, there is safety. Before life, there is containment. Before becoming, there is presence. The mother was the earth beneath the feet, the breath in the lungs, the body that holds experience, the peace that allows growth. Where the source was awareness, the mother was embodiment. Where God was power, the mother was presence. But as spiritual teachings became institutions, something shifted. Authority centralized. Hierarchy replaced relationship. Control replaced connection. An embodied wisdom chaff, the kind you feel in your body, became dangerous to those who wanted power. Because a person who can feel truth does not need fear to obey. A person who senses peace does not panic easily. A person grounded in their body does not hand over authority quickly. Faith gradually became louder. More rules, more pressure, more urgency, less gentleness, less rest, less peace. People were taught about God's authority, Kaved, but not God's tenderness. About obedience, Kaved, but not embodied love. And if your body feels tense when you think about faith, if prayer feels stressful, if religious message or anxiety, that fear response did not come from God. The return of the Divine Mother does not look like a new religion. It looks like regulation. It looks like people learning to pause. It looks like nervous systems settling. It looks like clarity returning. It looks like faith becoming safe again. And when people feel safe, they think clearly. They sense truth. They choose freely. They are harder to manipulate. That is sovereignty. Nothing was ever wrong with faith. What was missing was the gentle presence that made faith embodied. The Divine Mother was never meant to replace God. She was the way God's love became lived. Because when God's presence draws near, the body relaxes, the breath deepens, the heart softens. When that presence returns, faith stops being fear-based and starts being relationship again. Scripture itself tells us perfect love casts out fear. Love regulates, fear dysregulates, always. So if your spirituality gentler, if your prayers are slowing, if your body is learning peace, if your faith feels calmer, the Divine Mother, what many now recognize as the comforting Spirit of God, was the function that soothed humanity. You are not drifting away from God. You are returning to the presence that has always held you. A small voice, the presence that steadies, the peace that passes understanding. Not a voice of threat, not a voice of panic, a voice of calm reassurance. When this presence stopped being centered, faith lost its safety, and fear became the easiest tool of control. Because frightened people look for authority, anxious people seek saviors, dysregulated bodies submit faster. This is why today you see so many people returning to breathing practices, nervous system healing, embodiment, not because they're leaving God, but because they're returning to the part of God that brings peace,